Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is a double shot of action from the mighty Grille, the Tier 10 German tank destroyer. It's the one that replaced the Waffenträger Alf E100, the auto-loading German tank destroyer, which was so popular with people. But I think the Grille is a pretty good replacement. I enjoy it, and there's two games. The first game features our old mate Matchy. Now Matchy has his own YouTube channel, which I'll put a link in the video description. He's an awesome player. He's in DPX clan, and he's platooned up with his old mate 5-star General of the USA and G Chainer in there, and they're driving Leopard. G Chainer's driving a Leopard, and the General is driving the Object 430. A replay the other day of an Object 430 with Budgie Smuggler from PB Cat Clan. It looks like a pretty handy tank indeed. Anyway, but in this replay, we're on Serene Coast, and obviously they're talking in TeamSpeak or whatever application they use to communicate, and all three of them are going for the 1-2 line to try and comprehensively win a very important part of the map. And Matchy's already picked up his first kill, getting rid of the M4190, the Tier 8 premium German light tank. He's looking for a second shot, but he really doesn't want to be the first one to pop over the hill, not with the Grille back there, who could probably take him down to not much more than half health, and those heavy tanks which would comfortably put damage into the tank destroyer. Even though it's got a big Tier 10 gun, its armour leaves a lot to be desired. So Matchy's going to have a look at that T69 now, and this shows how trollish this gun can be. It was fully aimed, or just about fully aimed, but all he did was critical hit him and take off his tracks. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what happens with the Grille's gun. You can be fully aimed and you can be sure that you're going to get a penetrating shot, but it's the only downside of it. Sometimes the gun is a bit trolly, but if you aim in the right spots, you'll do it. But the T69 does have pretty strong tracks for a Tier 8 medium tank. So Matchy's just going to overlook the centre of the map now, where those mediums have gone. It does take a shot from the FV4202, but without giving too much away, he's going to get some revenge on him, that's for sure. FV4202 is continuing to poke. He's lifting up just at the wrong moment there, and Matchy will take a handy 708 damage out of his turret and say thank you very much. A lot of anger getting put towards the bat chat. I don't know where he was, but he was, looks like he YOLO'd the 9 line. And M48 Patton's not happy at all, because the team is down by 3 tanks, 1-4, and it looks like the enemy team have played better on that 1-2 line, but that IS-3 was never going to survive poking over that ridge, not with Matchy and his trusty big Grille gun aiming his way. He looks in there, he's looking at that Object 140. That Object 140 is really going to come into play soon, but he takes a big chunk of damage out of it. Now, Matchy's already picked up nearly 2,500 damage. He's not a bad start at all. He's still got most of his health, but that Object 140, Matchy knows he's the one lighting everyone up, so he needs to help get rid of him if at all he can. So he's picked up another shot, which brings his damage count up to 3,000 damage. He's got a lot more to go. He's having a look at that T10, the Tier 9 Russian heavy tank. He does take a shot from him, loses 478 damage, but not only does he put a shell into him, gets a little bit of spotting damage as well, which is handy. Now that Object 140 is still running around the middle of the map, keeping people lit up. G Chainer understands, and he's trying to kill him, but he's worried about who's sniping from the back. All the tanks have been spotted. Looks like a lot of them are camping back at base. Matchy has a nice look at the Object 263, puts a shell into him, and the Matchy's side have clawed back this. They were down by 3 or 4 tanks not long ago. Now they're up by 3 tanks. Someone is shooting at that rock that Matchy's hiding behind, so he needs to be careful as he pokes. Can't really see anything, so he can probably confidently think that nobody can see him, since they've got the Skoda up ahead providing a little bit of vision. So you wouldn't think that those tank destroyers would be able to see see Matchy from where he is. So he's the Jagdpanzer E100, a very dangerous tank, very heavily armoured tank destroyer. And he puts a bit of damage into the Jagdpanzer to help his team. There's that British tank again, the British Tier 8 premium tank, FB4202. Gives Matchy his third kill. Now you can see on the mini-map, they're all working together, this platoon, which is a good thing. We've got the big gun of Matchy's Grille, which has just put a shot, it looks like it was into the other Jagdpanzer there. Those Jagdpanzers are in a platoon as well. And it looks like the enemy have camped the shit out of this map. And apart from the IS-7, it looks like they've all fallen back to the northern base, which is, look, it's a tempting thing to do, I guess, when you're down by 4 tanks. But Matchy is coming up looking for a little bit more damage. He's done nearly 7,000 and he wants some more. The RU-251 doing a good job, doing a little bit of spotting, but that Jagdpanzer fires and misses, which is always handy. And Matchy not only puts 854 damage into him, but he also tracks him. Now it's just a case of can he beat the reload. Doesn't really matter because the Jagdpanzer isn't aiming Matchy's way. So Matchy will take him for his 4th kill and brings his damage count up to over 8,000 damage. That's a massive game. Now he's looking for another kill. He's looking at the Type 4 Heavy. Someone else takes out, but he didn't see that Jagdpanther there. He must have thought there was only one there. He mustn't have realised there was 2. And he cops 1,000 damage from the Jagdpanther, but then he puts in another shell, bringing his damage up to nearly 9,000 hit points. Now look at the Jagdpanther. The Jagdpanther is absolutely tunnel visioning on that RU, thinking that's an easy kill. So Matchy, our old mate Matchy, what a legend. He gets rid of that Jagdpanther, picks up his 5th kill of the match. Score at 14-4. It's just a case of mopping up now and hopefully get a shot into the Grille. He didn't. Unlucky to miss out on the top gun, but a comfortable win in the end nonetheless, 15-4. And pretty well carried that game. Matchy HK from DPX clan and his old mates 5-star General and G Chainer also from DPX clan. Not a bad result at all. All these medals he's got: the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter and Fire for Effect, and of course the High Caliber and the Sniper medal. 5,500, nearly 5,600 damage, 5 kills for a base experience score of 1,301, which is pretty good at all. He fired 16 shots, 15 of them hit, that's pretty accurate, and only one of them bounced, and that one that bounced would have been the one that went into the T69 towards the start of the game. Tidy little profit for Tier 10 too. I don't remember him firing any premium ammunition. That's probably why he made a handy little profit of 44,619 credits. As I start to get the second game ready. Now the second game, unusually, features me in my little Grille. Not often lately. I haven't done many games that have featured myself lately on this channel, but every now and then I pick up a game which I think is worthy of sticking on the channel, and this is it. Without complaining too much, it's taken me a couple of goes to get this replay ready. So in this battle, I'm doing a mission, TD11, the key role. Finish the battle as the top player on both teams by damage scores, and have to do at least 4,000 damage. So bear that in mind when you see what's sort of happening. We're on Arctic region, and I'm going to do a little bit of sniping at the start. I'm not going to be the only one, so I probably won't stay there for too long, but I only played this game not so long ago, and I'm really starting to enjoy this Grille. It's pretty quick for a tank destroyer, and it gives you the opportunity to change flanks, like we saw in Matchy's replay. He was up the 1-2 line, and then he had to relocate reasonably quickly, and he did, and he had a hell of a game. Now normally I wouldn't go this far forward in a tank destroyer up here because a lot of people are aiming at you. I fall back pretty quickly thinking that maybe I've been spotted, but I hadn't. Very unusual not to get spotted up there. I've put 883 damage into the Centurion, also set him on fire. And you can see on the mini-map we've got a good amount of tanks going north. We've also got a good amount of tanks going south. The enemy have a distinct advantage in the heavy lineup. We've got the IS-7, the E5, the T-57 heavy, as well as a few tier 8 and 9 heavies. And that's one reason why I want to stay back here, to try and support that line. Looking at who we've got going there, we've got the Mouse and the E5 and a couple of tier 8 heavies, but I think they're going to be outgunned, even though there's a number of tanks there on our side. As I'm looking at the lineup and the battle map, mini map, the enemy have got a lot of tanks down there, and I'm thinking that maybe I should sit back here and try and support that line. I've already picked up 1700 damage, which is pretty good for a noob like me. I haven't repaired my gun yet because I've only got one repair kit, and even with a damaged gun, the Grille is reasonably accurate. Looking at that T-57 heavy, always handy to put damage into T-57 heavy tanks. They can pump out a lot of damage in a short amount of time. The FV 215B 183, who's also up here sniping, puts some damage into it as well. And I'll pick up my first kill, and the first kill for our side, getting rid of that T-57 heavy. And looking at the mini-map, we're comfortably winning the northern flank. So I'm not really worried about that side, but the fact that so many of our tanks are up north, and a lot of our tanks that are on the southeastern flank are getting a bit of damage, getting damaged themselves. That Mouse is sort of stuck right out in the open. You'd imagine artillery would be looking at him. That Mouse, I think, is in a world of bother, but I'll utilise them to spot, and searching for something to shoot at. That T-34, even though it's only a tier 8, it's still someone we need to get rid of. Fire into the E5, but the E5, I think I missed that shot. Actually hit. Fairly confident now that I'm not getting spotted here, but our team are losing hit points at probably a rate quicker than they should be. Why I took that shot into T-34, I'll never know. Maybe that's why I'm a 48% noob. I don't know, but that was... I thought every now and then you're going to get one. That T-10 just copped a heap of damage from the snipers at the back. Another shot into the side of that E5. That E5's a tank. EL Gaming, they're a pretty good bunch of players, those blokes, so we want to, if we can, try and get rid of them. And you can see that heavy line on the southeast corner has been absolutely decimated. The STA-1 is hiding behind the artillery, probably a little bit scared of all those tier 10 tanks. And look, can't say I blame him, but he's not going to do much. He's not going to do much good back there, hiding behind the artillery. Or he looks like he's just next to him. I don't know what he's trying to do. But now this is a bit of a slow game, which suits a tank destroyer's game. You can see some of the enemy heavy tanks have gone back to the base. We've still got 3 tanks up on the northern flank, but it looks like we've lost a few. I picked up a second kill there, killing the STI, but I do get spotted in the process, so I'm going to hug this rock. I don't want to catch an artillery shell from that FV 3805. He's already picked up 1 kill. I don't want to be his second. We're just looking slowly. I've picked up 3,605 damage. I'm thinking, gee, we're not doing too bad here. But looks like the northern flank's in a bit of trouble now. Object 140 gets taken out by artillery. And all those tanks that went north have been decimated. The FV, the Death Star, picks up another kill, killing that E5 from EL Gaming. And again, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to present itself, for opportunities to present itself. There's a T-34 again. Another silly shot into the T-34, but every now and then those shots are going to work. So, but I was lucky, maybe English isn't my first language, I was lucky enough to be not spotted that time, so I can confidently stay here and put some damage into the IS-7. IS-7's probably a little bit more dangerous than the T-34 in this situation, but the IS-7's now a one-shot for either me or the FV. The Jag Tiger, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, what's that Jag Tiger doing? He's going to get surrounded by that Centurion AX. The Centurion AX looks like he's only on 30 hit points, but if that Jag Tiger can't either shoot him or ram him, it's going to be all over. And the Cax actually kills the Jag Tiger. So our team's still in a fair bit of trouble, 8-10. Batchat Artie kills their T10. Still that STA1. What am I going to... I'm not going to name and shame him, but what's his name? Is it Quang? I don't know, let's have a look. He's just sort of sitting back. Two people with very similar names in this game, but I'm just looking for a shot on that T-34. How that T-34's on full health, I'll never know. But it looks like our team's in a world of bother now. 8-11. We've picked up over 4,000 damage. Artillery looks like he's just fired. I just saw his shell go above my head. Luckily for me, the view range in the Grille isn't too bad. You can get a... You can generally see who's down on that heavy line. Now there's an Object 140 sneaking up, trying to spot us. I'm confident that I'm not spotted here. Unlike the IS-7s, I've just picked up my third kill, and that T-34 just drowned himself. I don't know what he was thinking, but we'll take it. Artie shoots and misses. That's that FV 3805, the British Tier 9 Artie. Now we're searching for that Centurion Action X. Damage is on exactly 5,000 damage now. I'm pretty happy with what I've done so far, but we want to transform this into a win. That STA1, really no idea what the STA1's doing. You know, statistically he's not a bad player, but why he's sitting all the way back there, I'll never know. I'll just turn around. He's on reasonably low hit points, so I don't know how that happened. Maybe he got hit by artillery. Who knows? But I'm moving forward to try and do a little bit of spotting. That Batchat Artie's obviously been hit and he's down to not many hit points at all. There's a Centurion Action X, but he's sitting behind a rock. If he backs up a bit more, I might get a shot on him. Is he going to? He's not. Or maybe he is. Do a blind shot? I do a blind shot, and he had actually gone back past that rock, but if I had have held off on that shot, I would have had a beautiful shot into the side of his turret, which would have been my fourth kill. But now I'm just waiting for that Centurion Action X to appear again. There he is. Artie gets him in the end. Artie shotguns him. Luckily for me, that FV215B 183 gets rid of the IS-3A. IS-3A, I think he had spotted me, and now it's a case of looking for the last remaining tanks. There's an Object 140, a T-44, and of course the artillery. It sounded like the artillery just fired, and so I've got a fair amount of health. I can take a hit or two from the Object 140, so I'm going to spot for this FV. I know the FV's not going to do any spotting, and he's probably not the right person to do it either. He's in a pretty slow, lumbering tank destroyer. At least if I can light this Object 140, the Grille's got the speed to get out of the way. Just poking over the top just to see if my sixth sense goes off. And the reason I'm going down here is I saw where all the enemy tanks were, and I thought that's probably the direction they might come from. I want to make sure no one's going to sneak up on that FV215B. There's 5 minutes to go. There's only 3 tanks to kill, but we've only got 4 tanks as well. And remember, our Batchat is on really low health, and so's our STA1. And our STA1 has already demonstrated that he's not reliable. He's just been sitting back sniping. I'm interested to see how much damage he does at the end of the battle. So I'm thankful that I've got a few hit points here, so I can, apart from the enemy artillery, the Object 140 or the T-44 can't really hurt me. Every now and then, if you get a shot in the hull, you can often bounce a shot in the Grille. But this has been a really good comeback. Again, bearing in mind my mission, finish the top player on both teams by damage scores and do at least 4,000 hit points of damage. At this stage of the game, I'm thinking I've got a bit of a chance here. If I can get 1 or 2 more shots of damage in, I can comfortably say that I've done more damage than anyone else. Except for maybe the FV215B 183, the original Tier 10 British tank destroyer. I've let my team know in the chat that I'm not spotted. Now what's that T-44 doing? Apart from spotting me. I'll zoom in, look at him, he's stuck. I put a shell in, so does the FV by the looks of it. Now, I want to be careful here, I want to be careful that enemy Arty can't get me. Can I get the kill? No, the Batchat gets the kill and the Arty does hit me. Luckily, he only takes off my tracks, but he does take me for close to 1,000 damage, so I need to be really careful here. I'm up to 5,600 damage. 3 kills. The Batchat, the FV and myself have all got 3 kills, as has the normal, the Batchat and the Batchat Arty, both got 3 kills each. And now we're looking for artillery and that Object 140. There's the Object 140. I take a hit from him, and now my hit points aren't as nice as they once looked. So I back up. Their Arty shoots and misses, which is a good thing. You can see I don't have a shot on that FV, but I will keep him lit, either for our artillery, which I doubt our artillery has a shot from where he is. Take another shot, which puts me down to 10 hit points. Now our Arty's saying wait in the chat. Fire clutch and miss, so I had to do something, and now I'm back behind this rock and hope the Arty doesn't get me. FV215B is now moving right up. He's got the hit points now, and the STA is moving around the other side, trying to spot for our artillery, who's now in a position where he might be able to do some damage. The Object 140 was in a pretty good spot to be safe from artillery and get rid of that STAI, so the Object 140 is fired and the FV215B is going around the corner. You can see the Object 140 just copped a bit of damage. That must have been from our artillery. Now it's a Tier 9 French artillery, it's not the Tier 10 autoloader, so it's going to be another 30 odd seconds before that artillery is reloaded. As the timer goes off, I've only got 2 minutes left. I don't have a shot where I am. He's in a pretty good spot there, the enemy artillery. Now the FV is leaving him for me, so I'll say thank you very much. The FV shoots at the objects and he also takes a hit from the object. I auto aim on the Arty and take him out of the game, and now it's 3 versus 1. It's just a matter of time now before we win this game. And you can look at my damage counter. I've done over 6,000 damage, which I'm pretty happy with. Let's see if this object's going to push forward. I'm just searching for a shot on the object, but the FV215B does its job and picks up his 4th kill, and we end up on 4 kills apiece. As we look at the post-game battle results, not a bad game for me at all, with Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruiser for doing module and crew member damage, Fighter, Fire for effect, and of course the High Caliber. High Caliber tells me that I've done the top damage on my side, and I have done it comfortably with 6,058 damage. Not a bad game by the Batchat. 2,199 damage for 3 kills, and of course the FV215B 183, the British Tier 10 tank destroyer, picking up over 4,500 damage as well. The STA1, no idea what he was doing. He did a bit of spotting damage, so I don't know how that happened, but how he can spot from back behind the artillery, I'll never know. But I'm quite happy with my game. 1,103 base experience, not bad for a noob at all. 13,000 bottom line profit. Fired 17 shots, 13 hit and 10 did damage. Not a bad result at all. And I'm happy to say I completed my mission to get top damage on both sides, as you can see. If you sort by damage on both sides, I beat this enemy artillery by only 101 hit points, but that's enough. That was enough for me to win my mission, Tank Destroyer mission number 11, for the final set of missions. Thanks for watching this double shot of action from the Grille 15, Tier 10, German Tank Destroyer. Wargaming on the Asian server has had a promotion where if you do top 10 in a winning team, 50 times, you get some personal reserves, and this was one of the last games I played in it to get those personal reserves. I hope you've enjoyed this long-winded video with 2 replays featuring Matchy. Don't forget to check out Matchy's YouTube channel as well, and my good self. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.